welcome to In Hot Pursuit.
I'm Emily, the older sister you've always wanted.
I'm Jen, the cheese ball in your snack drawer.
And I'm Madeline, your girl who thinks everything really is that deep.
Today we've got a juicy
topic.
Yes.
Today we're going to be talking about how to bag an Asian boss girl. You have 3 of them in front of you, so if you want instructions,
This is how to get one of us.
Let's start off with some nice, fizzy, shallow shit, though, should we?
Okay.
Shallow stuff, should we? So what is the first feature that you notice in a guy?
Height.
Oh,
Final answer.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7", and I love to wear like platform things to make myself look even taller. I just love towering over people. And so I just love a guy that could tower over me.
Well said.
How about you, Jen?
First thing I notice is their eyes.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the next thing is their forearms.
Do they have to have veins?
A little bit. I don't like the bulging ones. I don't want the ones that
You
that are
don't
just
like the
No, I
bulging
don't like the snake. The one there's just like snakes on their arms. I don't like those. That's too much.
Do you mind hair on the forearm?
A little bit.
What about a forearm?
Yeah. Okay,
Like,
wait.
what about?
Specifically too when it's like just the forearm and you don't get everything else.
Oh, like
I love to
like a button up
imagine.
that's been like folded up.
Yes,
right?
like a
Oh.
crisp white button up.
Oh,
Folded up.
She loves a room for the imagination.
I do. I'm like, don't show me everything. Let me work for it a little. What about you, man?
if it's on their face, I'm a
Oh, yeah.
sucker for a good jawline.
She loves a good jawline.
That's all it takes.
do.
Your personality could be a 0, and if you have a jawline, it's like immediately I'll be considering. It's bad.
Like if it's like sharp, if you could cut something with it, she's like,
Yes.
I will do anything for you.
If you can cut a carrot, a raw
Yeah.
carrot with it.
It has led me
Powerful.
astray many times. Unfortunately.
It's true.
Yes.
Can confirm. Don't out me. Okay, what about personality? What do you first notice?
Oh, okay. I love a guy. I'm getting flashbacks. I love a guy that's like really committed to his craft. Like someone who's like so nerdy about something that he really loves. And if I get to see them in action, like working and seeing them zone in, I am such
Would
a
you like to
sucker for
tell
that.
us what the last craft that you observed
Yes. A craft, perhaps.
Okay, the last craft I observed was a musician, and we went to a vintage instrument store, and he played every single instrument there. And like he was so knowledgeable about all the panels and like the pedals and everything. And I was just like, I don't know what you're saying, but I think I'm in love with you.
He plays 2 chords. You're like, let's get married.
No, I asked him, I was like, do you play piano? And he was like, no, not really. And then he goes to the keyboards and starts playing like this riff, and just like improvising. And I was like,
He's humble too.
take me.
A humble man committed to his craft.
Yeah.
It's over.
Over.
It's over.
Zero ego. Yes, that too. Like,
Zero ego.
Zero
That's
ego.
tall too. That one was tall.
Very, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when a guy doesn't feel like he has to prove anything to
Yeah.
you. He's just like really comfortable in who he is. Like you take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Lost in his world.
Yeah.
attractive.
She grips. Dang. Every man wants to be her Mike.
I'm giggling just thinking about it. Okay, how about you, Jen?
I would say humility, which I find shows up often in their ability to be considerate of their people around them. So I love when they're not even trying to impress me, but I just see them in a group of people and they like notice someone that's a little quieter, and I can see they're putting an extra effort to like bring them into the conversation.
That's
love it.
so
I just
hot.
melt.
It's so hot.
Especially when they don't think you're watching. That is what
Yes.
sells me so hard, because they're not even trying to like put on a show for you. That's just who they are.
Yeah.
So I love that.
And Jenna's always watching.
I know.
Everyone.
She sees you when you're sleeping.
Everyone.
I see you when you're being considerate.
Yeah.
And I melt.
Yeah. Because then that shows like the purity of the character when
Yes.
he's not like
When no
waiting for
one's
people to turn to
watching.
him to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like what you do in the quiet.
Mhm. When no
That
one's
has-
That's
looking.
who you really are.
That
who you
has
really
like the
are.
most pull and the
Yeah.
most weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you, Mads?
Oh, this is difficult.
We're all giggling.
I know.
We're all thinking of someone, and we're all just like,
Yeah, really. And we all know who each other's someone is, probably.
I like really thoughtful humor, which sounds so boring.
no, it's not.
When they're bringing in things from like totally different aspects of like, I don't know, just parts of life that are not in front of them, and it's not like a cheap joke. It's not like a jab at anyone, but you know they're able to like synthesize and bring things together, and it's really funny. I feel like that gives you a glimpse into their personality a little bit more. So.
Yeah, into their inner world.
Yeah. Gives me
When they
it builds intrigue.
when you fall in love with their minds.
That's a
Yes.
nice euphemism.
Something consistent between all three of us is we love big brains. Yeah.
You cannot be dumb. You cannot be broke.
We love big brains.
And big.
We
wallets.
cannot lie.
Did you say and big wallets? That too.
Oh.
But it's
And
not
big
it's not
hearts?
super important, but it is.
The older you get, the more important it is. But it's
Yeah.
unfortunate because you wish that it did not have to be a factor. Like when we were in our young 20s, like it
Money.
really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Then the older you get, the more it unfortunately does
You're
matter.
like, yo,
It's so
I gotta split the
real.
bills with someone.
Yeah, 'cause
It's so real.
if they're not
Can you pull your
contributing, like
weight?
you have to be pulling that weight. And it's like we
Yeah.
already know the pay gap, you know, so
Yeah. And you kind of feel like when people ask you, they're like, would you ever, marry someone that is making less than you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like someone who's making like significantly less, and they give you numbers and stuff, and you're like,
Yeah.
you just kind of feel like an asshole, You're like,
Yeah.
I mean, is their heart really beautiful?
Are they
So
tall at
maybe,
least?
really, but it's harder and harder.
Okay, let's talk about our mousetraps. Like a quality that's like enticing, it's alluring, but you know it will end up in a world of pain.
Oh, so like a red flag you're attracted to.
Yes.
Oh,
That's so bad.
As she
What's your
waves
red
her red
flag?
flag. She wore that today for that reason.
Where you're like willingly being the mouse.
Yeah, you're like, I see that it's gonna snap once I touch it, but I'm just gonna smell
You're
it. Like
I
it
could
looks
be the
like a
mouse that
very
you catch.
It can't be that bad.
Yeah.
I have one. Okay. I like some emotionally unavailable, misunderstood men.
How so?
I specifically love when they're misunderstood. Like when the rest of the world thinks they're a certain way, but I can see that there's more in them. I melt for those.
You want to be the girl in this storybook, like, I know you, I see who you are, and you're not what people say you are.
Yes.
I see the real you. And you want to be that for them. She wants to save them.
One time we were looking through pictures of guys, and Jen was like, this one looks really emotionally unavailable. I love it.
I love it. I'm like, I can make you available. Yeah. Okay, so that's mine.
I like when a guy is very smooth with like his words,
A
like
sweet talker.
very
Oh, you
suave.
like a sweet talker. Oh,
Yeah,
me
and like in
too.
the
Words
back of my
affirmation,
mind, and even in the
girly.
front of my mind, I'm like, he knows how to say this because he says this to every girl that
But you
he's
still
talked
love
to. Yeah, but I still love it because I'm,
like, I will
I'm
be
still a
the mouse.
girl.
It still works.
I'm still a girl, so I'm just like, okay, I'll just entertain it for tonight. Like, we'll see where this goes. And because it's fun too, because I think
It
in
is
order to
fun.
sweet talk, you have to be intelligent. You have to kind of know the nature of the heart.
Yeah.
And so to see someone like navigate in real time what I'm thinking and feeling and telling me what I should think and feel, I'm like, whoa, I'm being manhandled. And I love it.
You're like emotionally manhandled.
I think mine kind of falls in line with that. Like, it's really bad because when I am being toxic and manipulative, but they can do it back. It's kind of like thrilling. You know what I mean?
Because your brains are talking to each other.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you want to play
Yes.
that game? Let's play. But it's not good. It has ended poorly many times. So we
We
do,
just want to play.
we try not to do that anymore.
We're just little cute little mousies
We
with
just want to play.
But it's like when you first meet someone and then like you're just kind of flirting a little bit, and then you're like,
know.
I see how you play.
You know the toxic ones immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
And
see.
I want to play.
Yeah. No, flirting is a skill.
It's so fun.
It's like
It's a lost
so
art.
fun.
It's like a litmus
really is.
test to see like
Yeah.
how intelligent someone can be. And if they
Yeah.
can riff back and forth with you, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's-
Banter.
It's like
So
instinct.
fun.
It's evolutionary. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, oh, are we on the same level of intelligence?
Yeah.
And
And it's
you
fun.
yeah. And you can get there just by flirting.
Yeah, on Love Island, they'll like pull each other for a chat and they'll be like, I really like your lips. They're really nice. You look so pretty today. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Play a little, you know?
You get to see how creative they are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We love to play, but the good thing is who we like to play with is very different from each other. So should we just go around and describe our types really quickly? Like when people are like, what kind of guy are you looking for? What's your type? What do you usually go for? What do you say?
Yeah.
And like,
My type has been described back to me as medium ugly men who are undeserving. So yeah, those were not my
Did
words.
I say that?
you're like flashing back to every conversation.
Like, do you agree?
I don't think they're wrong. I'm trying to be better.
Undeserving?
No.
Yes.
No, but that
Medium
speaks to
ugly.
her character. 'Cause
Oh, that's a nice save, Em.
No, it's
Oh, 'cause
true.
she
Like
can
she doesn't.
see
She can see
their
past
heart.
the face. She's like, I don't need you to be beautiful. I just want your soul.
I thought they were cute.
Yeah, I feel
To
this
each
is-
their own, though. It's very subjective. Yeah.
Well, you also do describe like you like the ugly hot, which like ugly hot is kind of a thing now. You know,
It's like you want a little bit of repulsion.
Yes. You want to be a little confused so you can decipher it.
I don't know. Jen does not agree. Just to be clear. Jen
I
loves
see where you're coming from.
Thanks, Em.
I get it.
Thanks, Em.
She just wants to, yeah. Like if it's too conventionally attractive, then it's boring. Like
There's
she wants
something wrong
something
with
to
it.
decipher, decode.
I'll be like, we don't know if he's cute, but maybe for Matt. It's really hard finding like the one that you're like, this is perfect ugly hotness for you. I like a little nerd.
What kind of nerd?
A clean cut nerd.
Like no facial hair? What do you mean by clean cut?
No facial hair.
Okay.
Very
No
clean.
facial hair.
Huh?
No facial hair.
Preferably not. A little scruff's cute sometimes. Not the beards. I don't want the beards.
Like a full beard. Yeah.
Yeah. I like just a little, like a dorky little nerd who's. I like those shy, somewhat quiet ones that are a little more reserved.
The ones that get overlooked and misunderstood.
The ones you can fix.
I'm using my words against me. But yeah, okay. Just that are sweet. I like the sweet ones.
Someone warm.
Yeah,
and sweet
yeah.
and
You can tell they're
kind.
like good and just
Like they have no ulterior motive. They're just like they are who they are.
Yes. What are you thinking about?
I'm going through your roster of men. I'm like, sweet.
Oh.
But okay, yeah. What about you, Em?
Okay, what about you, Em?
My type is someone who can play with me, like because I feel like I'm really connected to my inner child. So if someone can recognize that immediately and then start playing with me like I'm a child, that's when I really come to life, and that's when I start glowing because I'm like, oh, we could do everything that is just like conventionally not really acceptable to do. Like we can skip through the sidewalk, like stuff like that, and like there's no pause of like, oh, that's kind of embarrassing. But if they're like, okay, you want to do that, I'm on board, that's so attractive to me, and that's my type.
You like the boyish charm.
Boyish charm, but not a boy. Like a man with boyish charm. Who's really good at his job and a super nerd.
You also kind of like a bad boy, though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You like a guy with a lot of riz. Like a lot of dripping
yeah.
riz.
Yeah.
Which is like a
Yes.
blaring red flag, but
Usually,
but I run to it because it is my beacon of hope.
Beacon of self-destruction.
Yeah, I love someone like artistic and creative, but also
Yeah.
humble. And they just have no time to have an ego because they're just working on their craft. That's my type. That's my type. This combination of men is very hard to find. And with the men that we meet, we see elements here and there. But unfortunately, we treat men like a salad bar, and we're like, I need all these elements. And if you don't have it, then I don't want it. I don't know. We just have very high standards because we've had real world examples of really good men. And we just want the best for ourselves. And that's kind of come back to bite us because there's no ring, as you can see, no bling bling in this room.
I have an aura ring.
I also have an aura ring. I have a friendship ring with both of you.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We
I
have
have
friendship
a
ring.
friendship ring.
I'm committed to my friends, my family, and my health.
Yeah. So clearly no men for us in this room. And let's talk about why that is.
It is not for lack of opportunity, we should say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not like we're not going out and we're not.
Meeting.
It's not that people don't try.
We're not living under a rock.
Yeah, there's been
we can say that.
options.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also
There's
that
been
also
options.
not that we don't give those people that try a chance. Not all of them, but like
Yeah.
you know.
We've given some a chance and we're like, this turned out exactly how I thought it would turn out.
It's just hard to find like the humility, I think. That's the biggest thing I find is really
Yeah.
hard to find that I think is so
A
vital.
humble man.
A humble man.
Are there even 5 in your life?
No.
I'm like struggling to think of 2.
I have one.
Your father.
My father.
Aw.
Yeah, and I think seeing that, I know what it looks like. So I'm like, nope.
You set the standard
Nope.
so high
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Really tall benchmark. Yeah.
Yeah, like first to apologize, first to reconcile, like so intelligent but does not need to flaunt it, does not need to prove himself in any room. Like,
Yeah.
it's possible.
It's
I think it's
possible,
possible.
But it's really hard.
Yeah, so that's hard.
Yeah, I think also like I have tried like dating so many different
Yeah.
types of people, and then you find that your life actually loses quality when you're with
Yeah.
like you have like a routine, you have peace, you have like stable income, you have all these things that you build
Peace.
for yourself, health, and then like when you date, it's really fun. Obviously, you get to go out and like
Yeah.
but you spend money and you do things, and if your like life goals don't align, like it actually and they are not emotionally developed, it like brings down your quality of life because you're like constantly trying. Would you like to add?
Amen. No, finish your thought, please.
Yeah. And just dealing with like someone who is not emotionally developed, they bring you down to their level.
My hair personally gets so greasy when I'm dating. Oh no. You just forget about hygiene. You forget about your routine. You forget about
Also, the hair oil is a result of stress too.
stress.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Amen to the fact that you said peace, because I think what we've experienced in the past is that like, yes, dating is fun, but it is not peaceful at all if it's with the wrong person.
Yeah, if it's not with the
So
good
it
one.
causes like your cortisol to spike. Like my menstrual cycle was late. Like I broke out in
Yeah.
like acne and like my hair was falling out, like stuff like that. And then you really notice it in your body. And it's just like,
It's not worth it.
You don't know peace when you're with the wrong guy. And like your routine is thrown off, especially if you're not like, if they're like not your husband, you're not living with them either. And then so it takes a lot of time as well.
It
Yeah.
does. It does. There's also some things that we are responsible for, at least for me. Like I feel like after one important relationship, like seeing how hard it was to like untangle your heart from somebody, I feel like the like desire and the barrier to like give that fully again was like thwarted for a couple of years, or you know what I mean. So I feel like that was
You were
also a
scared to
factor.
get hurt
Yeah, well, and it's
again.
also like you know how much it means to give that so fully.
Yeah.
That to then give that again, you're like, oh, I want to give it to somebody that feels like it's worth all those things for all the reasons that we said before. But that's also a dimension too of like reopening yourself up again after heartbreak can be challenging. Yeah. And the older we get, I think it feels harder to do that because you know that there's limited time and
all the costs get greater the older you
the
get.
older you get.
All the
Yes,
costs.
Yes. Emotional costs, physical costs,
Financial.
time, energy,
'Cause you're already
literal
set in your
spans of
ways.
yes.
Yeah.
That's actually a red flag. I'm like, if we can't talk about our hobbies without explicitly
Like saying it,
asking it, and like we do not have chemistry, like, and you do not have
the conversation
sweat-
is not
yeah.
flowing.
no.
One time Jen came back and she was just like, why is that the question you asked?
Yeah. Sometimes they try and phrase it a little differently. They're like, what do you like to do in your free time?
I was just like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
I'm bored
I'm out of here.
by
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, bring more to the table,
Yeah.
you know?
My type from when I was younger to now has definitely changed significantly from when I was in my early 20s to late 20s to 30s. And definitely was not shy boy, reserved one. It was like the one that could like, you know, the Riz that worked the room smooth. So I'm curious
So
if
Emily's
you're...
current type.
My current type.
Yeah. So I'm curious if your type has changed over time. And if so, like, what has informed why your type changes? Is it people you've dated? Is other factors that, inform what your type is now, which might be different?
I think my type has really, it hasn't changed, but it's evolved. So instead of being like, oh, nice, it's evolved into like 3, 4, 5 subsets of that, like considerate, very caring, kind, gentle. I think with each person I've dated, they've upped the benchmark every single level.
That's good.
So my
Yeah.
type is just being refined into like this god of a man. And so so I know like bits and
Sorry,
pieces
guys.
are possible within like different men, but I'm like, is there like a perfect combination for me? I don't know. Yeah, so I'm
tuned.
just holding out for that, but I know people aren't perfect. I'm not going to
Yeah.
expect perfection out
Yeah.
of anyone, but
Yeah.
I just know like it's possible because this person's done it.
Yeah.
So if you can't do it, and this is something that I really hold dear and like near and dear to my heart, then like if it's not there, then I don't want
Yeah,
it.
something you say a lot is like, I know I'm a lot, but like I also deserve a lot. Like you talk about that a lot.
Oh,
You know,
that's
like
good.
you
Yeah.
know that you have certain qualities that are quote unquote difficult or a handful, but everyone has them. But like you're like,
Yeah.
I know that this is what I am, but I also know what I deserve.
I know I'm a catch. I know you guys are catches too, which is why we're all single, because we see all the men that each other date and we're just like, like immediately we're like, not it.
Yeah.
Not it. And then we listen to each other too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Madeline, for example, has been the catalyst of a lot of my breakups.
Oh,
Yes. No.
Oh,
and it's so
yes.
valuable because I'm like, should I, shouldn't I? And she'll pull up like screenshots and she'll be like,
Receipts.
she'll be like, remember when you said this? This is still a problem when you're later. It's not going to
Yeah.
change. So
Mhm.
maybe you should just end things. And it's been very helpful.
yeah. I also like I wait, and Jen's really good at this too. Like, I wait until it's the right time because you might always be thinking that as a friend, but they might not be ready for it. So I wait until there's a
Yeah.
crack in the glass.
Oh.
And then I'm like, I think now is the time.
She's very patient.
Mhm.
Yeah, because if you vocalize it at the wrong time, it could, and they choose to stay with that person, it could cause a rift in your friendship.
She has tact when making these decisions.
Strike when the moment is ripe.
Ripe.
Yes, but yeah, like you were saying, like it's okay to be high maintenance. You just have to find someone who loves to maintain you.
Yeah.
And some guys love maintaining things.
They
Like, have you
do.
seen what they do to their Honda Civics? Like they like mod it.
They add a spoiler.
Yeah,
they
they like
get the
wash it with like a
rims,
little microfiber cloth.
wax it with their hands.
They are capable of doing that. Don't let a guy tell you otherwise. They love taking care of things in their nature.
What about you, Mads? How has attraction changed over time?
So I am naturally inclined towards toxic men, and I have been trying and working really hard to not be attracted to those things. And it's really hard.
It is what it is, girl.
It's hard.
The
So I
first
feel-
step is admitting it.
Yeah, so I feel like I've dated guys that were obviously very toxic, and then I've dated guys that had less toxic traits. And so kind of like there's qualities in men that I find unattractive instinctually, but then I try to take pause and then think about why and realize that it's actually a good trait. Yeah, so I think my type has evolved into hopefully more developed men, but TBD on that because we are like probably in the middle of the slope. It is not really at the peak yet.
One thing that we often talk about with each other is how much there's just so much richness in our female friendships and how there's traits that are exhibited and modeled that we can see is so valuable that helps us feel really loved or know how we feel really loved and how we can now look for some of those things. Obviously, it's going to be the same or at the same level, of course, but there's more clarity in knowing what we want based on what we've received and felt really loved in through our female friendships. So I'm curious if you guys have thoughts about traits or qualities you've seen in your friendships with females that have like informed traits that you look for in men.
Oh, I wish I could marry all my friends because if that was, I mean, it is a possibility, but not for me romantically. But
They cannot provide a couple things.
logistically, like emotionally, all of my female friendships have been so life-giving because girls are just able to see more nuanced sides of you and they're able to read micro expressions so quickly. And for the girls that like are in it for the long run, the girls that are like your ride or die, they will excavate and they will dig deeply into why you do things. And instead of like in conflict, instead like for me and Madeline, we don't just have the conflict, we'll have like a debrief after the conflict.
Like immediately following.
Yeah,
How did that go?
as to like, okay, I said this because I wanted to understand you, or I said this because I felt misunderstood. So we're able to label certain reactions in a way where we're like, okay, we can catch this next time. And next time I'll be more mindful. And so it's like stuff like that that's like so easy and simple for women to do that it's just like if a guy has it, it's like, wow, he must be straight from heaven because like how is that so possible for a guy to do? So it's just like, it's just like certain qualities that are pretty typical within female friendships is if a guy has it, then it's just like, wow, he's a catch. And then you compare it with like, oh, my best friend just did that the other day. And so the bar really is very different.
And I think like friendships are so romantic, but people don't talk about them. So like,
That's so good.
you know, like you get texts from your friends in the middle of the day, or like I've gotten, I've gotten like cards from both of you randomly in the mail, or you just get like little gifts just because like you and I we like to accumulate gifts from like our travels, and we just give like care packages to each other.
We're like crows. Ooh, something shiny for Madeline. I'll put this in the box for later.
Really though, yeah. And like Jen sends wrapped gifts in the mail, and they're always so thoughtful. And so it's like those little things, or like my friends will get me flowers sometimes, you know, and it's just like so nice. So when you are treated like that, and then like a man comes in and doesn't even give you a quarter of that, you're like, why am I even dealing with this?
Yeah. When I can get all of my emotional tank filled by my friends. And so like, how do you reconcile? Like, do I even need a man?
Yeah. What about you, Jen?
Yeah, I was thinking about this question, and I feel like the thing that stood out to me was how much like friendships actually teach you sometimes in safe places the healthiest form of relationships, and then it actually like trickles out into your romantic relationships and your relationships with your family, whoever it is. But like there's such safety, I feel like, in friendship, such chosen like out of everybody in the world, like I choose to like do this life with you, and that safety creates such an environment to like be a little bit messier, whereas I think with family or in romantic relationships, maybe there's hard, like it takes longer maybe to develop that, like years and years. Just think about your friends that you've known for like decades. Like there's such comfort and safety. They know the depths of you, and so there's almost permission to just be almost as you figure
Less
things
pressure.
out. Yeah,
There's
like
trust.
healthy relational conflict, I feel like is learned so beautifully in friendship. And then clarifying like what makes you feel really loved, and then being able to like articulate and voice that to somebody else.
What's something that you've learned in your friendship that you have, or friendships that have bled into other types of relationships?
Well, one thing that I find I feel really loved in is when people really ask and like create space for me to ask questions. So these two are really great at probing and asking more beyond just like if I give a response or answer a question that they've asked, they'll like ask a little more and want to know a little bit more. And I feel like that has been so beautiful. And so seeing when I felt that with a guy too has been like, I know what it feels like to like when someone wants to really know you versus they're just like breezing by on maybe layer one of you. So the desire to like go deeper and know you more.
The genuine curiosity.
The genuine care. Yeah. And curiosity, like,
Yeah, because when you're talking to guys, you're always wondering, like, is there an ulterior motive? Is he trying to get something from me? And so when he takes that, like, extra step to get to know you and ask those follow-up questions, you're like, okay, he's taking the time to get to know me. And, like, this is good.
It's a familiar feeling, and
it's a familiar
you know
feeling.
that's something that that you need and want.
He makes you feel like you're with the girlies. You know he's good.
You know he's a good one. And your girls provide such a good foundation and reference point for what you should want in a relationship. But at the same time, guys are built so differently. And so having that expectation that you can have a relationship similar to what your friendships with your girlfriends look like is actually unrealistic, and you can't expect that from a guy either. And like it's important to want the right things at the right standard, but also not to expect something from a guy when they are not
They're not built that way.
They're just built different.
You
know?
It's kind of like what people say around best friends too. Like you don't have one person that can be your perfect best friend that can do everything for you and your like emotional needs and understand every part of you. But having that kaleidoscope in your life is really great. And like I feel like your romantic relationships, your friendships are all in that kaleidoscope. Different beads, different colors, different textures that all come together.
Yeah, for me, whenever I expect a man to be just like a woman, then that's where the problems happen. Because sometimes they just like can't. Or they're just not, it doesn't flow as naturally for them.
Yeah.
It's like a skill you can
Differently.
develop, but it's just like you can't expect guys to.
It's not it's not how they're wired.
It's not how they're
It's not where their
wired.
strengths lie. It doesn't mean that they should
Yeah.
not try. It doesn't mean they can't meet you where you need to be met.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you find that the romance novels that hit so hard are written by women.
They're written by women,
right?
yeah.
And that's just like unrealistic. Like it's an unrealistic expectation, and it's kind of propaganda-y, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it sets
Yeah.
up the expectation for girls to want like this perfect man who knows everything about you, and like your girlfriends have worked so hard to get to that point. And not only are they your friends, they are girls. And so like if a guy tries that hard, it's
Yeah.
gonna look different. It will still be beautiful, but like you can't expect that it's gonna be just like the friendships.
Yeah,
that you
like
have.
copy paste. Like my friend said this. Why can't you say it like her? Why can't you do follow-up questions just like her? Yeah, and they're just like, well, I'm trying, and they're trying in a different way, but you're just not recognizing it because you're expecting them to be like a girl, and that's just like where the relationship problems happen.
So that wraps up our episode about how to bag an A5 wagyu Asian boss girl. It's so funny how the vibe of our episode has gone the full trajectory of like spritz, forearms, height, what do you chiseled jawlines to the beauty of like pursuing deep relationship, whether it's friendship, whether it's in a romantic context. Just the key being able to see another person so fully before you and know their soul and care deeply about every part of them. And also allowing ourselves to be on the receiving end of that too, and how friendships and your other deep relationships in your life are the foundations for that. And when another cute man arrives in, the ability to be able to give that fully and receive that fully is just really able to be unlocked. So we hope that whether you got that special man in your life or you got those bestie girlfriends that there's just there's deep, rich relationship in your life in whatever form it takes. And this is also a sign from the universe to give your bestie a little romantic gesture. She needs one.
Send her flowers, get her candy.
Yes.
Fold her laundry.
Yes, yes.
It's all in the small stuff.
But then keep an eye out for the chiseled jawlines out there. You know what I mean? You never know. You never know.
Send them my way if there's any. Appreciate you.
We out.
5'11" and up. Bye.